back to my channel, or welcome to my channel actually. Today we're going to be talking about a murder case. I have my notes in front of me so I kind of keep in track. We are going to talk about a murder that is solved. It's been solved for over 20 years actually, and that is the murder of Dee Dee Jackson, the ex-wife of Tito Jackson, who was a member of the Jackson 5.
1827.
Not a lot of people have covered it. I think that it should be said about Dee Dee Jackson, who was Tito Jackson's wife and the mother of his 3 sons. So, Tito Jackson and Delores, which is her actual name, Martez, met at Fairfax High School in Los Angeles. He said that their first interaction was his birthday. She came up, kissed his cheek, and said happy birthday, and he was basically in love with her. The two of them married right out of high school in 1972 and proceeded to have 3 children together. But this marriage made her a huge part in the huge family of the Jacksons. At this point, the Jackson 5 were still ongoing, and the older brothers were getting married. So Tito said that everyone treated her like a sister, and everybody loved her. She, from what I've seen, from what I've heard in interviews with her sons, she was a very loving person. She was very caring, very kind. So understandable that everybody loved her. But she stayed out of the limelight and raised her sons most normal life that they could, being Tito Jackson's sons. However, in 1993, after 21 years of marriage to Tito, Dee Dee and Tito separated and got a divorce. Months after they got a divorce, she got into a relationship with Don Bohanna. At this point, Dee Dee is 39 years old, a mother of 3, and Bohanna, I think, was 59 years old and I think a father. He was rich, he had money. Just weeks, about 3 months into the relationship, Dee Dee was found in his pool, drowned. In August of 1994, like I said, Dee Dee was drowned in a pool at the Ladera Heights home of her boyfriend. She was pronounced at the hospital even before her kids could even get there. But Bohanna claims that she got her hand caught somehow in the deep end of his pool, and that he tried to pull her out and was too late. They had already had a few drinks that night, from what he said, and that she was starting to do Olympic style turns in the pool, like where you're underwater and you're doing like laps. But this caused the Jackson family to immediately have questions, considering that Dee Dee was absolutely terrified of water and didn't know how to swim. This made them believe that she was murdered. Her official cause of death was actually accidental drowning, alcohol intake, and blunt force trauma. Blunt force trauma to the head, to be exact. Either hit their head really hard or somebody hit their head really hard and was trying to murder them. Tito Jackson pointed this out and said that the bruises and damage, such as cuts on her body, could have led to a scuffle with Bohanna that escalated real quickly and caused a fight, and he murdered her in a fit of rage. But Bohanna proclaimed his innocence, that he didn't murder her, and said that after her death, that Dee Dee was comfortable swimming in his pool, and that the bruises were a result of trying to get her out of the pool. The Jacksons, which are her ex-husband's family, theorized that Bohanna wanted Dee Dee to help him with financial difficulties, and when she refused, he killed her in a fit of rage. From what I read, he was going into debt. Dee Dee Jackson is a Jackson. Everybody knows the Jacksons. Very wealthy people. She could have easily go, hey, can I have the money for this? And when she said no, this led to the fight. Lori Jones, Beauty District Attorney at the time of the trial, said this was not likely, considering that there was no evidence to point to this being the truth. 4 years after the murder of Dee Dee Jackson, in 1998, Bohanna was convicted of her murder, and he still sits in jail to this day. So he is now 82 years old and sitting in jail. He was given a 15-year sentence. But every time he appealed for parole, he was denied it. He has been denied parole 4 times in his sentence because Taj, TJ, and Taryll, which are Dee Dee and Tito's 3 sons, have been at every hearing and said they do not believe that he should be out. They've opposed it in a sense. But as of 2017, which is the last time I think he was denied parole, they said, the 3 sons said, we don't care anymore. It's up to the parole board. If you think he should be out, then he should be out. It's fine. We don't care. But even though he was convicted of this murder, Bohanna has proclaimed his innocence since 1994 and will not say that he killed her. There's not a lot of evidence pointing to murder other than the blunt force trauma. 3 boys are still dealing with their mother's death. They've opened the Dee Dee Jackson Foundation and conduct music therapy classes across the United States to work through their grief. As of today, as of 2020, there is a church in Los Angeles that is trying to convince the governor of California for a compassionate release of Bohanna. They say that he has been held unlawfully way past his original sentence, which was 15 years. But from what I read in the article, it is still an ongoing discussion considering the COVID-19. But it's a very short, small case. There's not a lot out there about this case. The case is very short, very kind of sweet. You get to the end very quickly. The murderer is the murderer. We don't know if he's actually a murderer. We don't know if Dee Dee Jackson was actually murdered. But he is still sitting in prison to this day. He is 82. He suffered a stroke in 2010, and can't use his right arm anymore, which is a big cause of why that church is now saying that he's been held unlawfully. There wasn't a lot of theories on this either. It's a very small case, not a lot of people know. But Tito Jackson and his sons still stand by the fact that his ex-wife and their mother was murdered and that Dawn Bohanna did it. Tell me down in the comments what you guys think, and leave a comment on what you think would be a good case next. I have like notes on my phone on them, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So peace out. Remember, always keep fighting, and comment down below what I should do next. Bye.